Good morning and welcome. This is Gail. So this morning I'm actually doing week 44 of Roxy's weekly challenge. And that means only 8 more left after this week. Can't believe that I've actually made it and been able to participate that whole time. Yay! For those of us that have been able to do that. Sometimes life gets in the way and you can't, but this has been a lot of fun, and I have tons of ephemera as a result. So, before I get started, I just thought I'd show you what else I've been working on. So these are some snippet rolls. The base is linen that is from actually a blouse I had, and the linen has around the neck these little beads and sequins and some little buttons. I don't know where here, okay, like this. But the buttons are only, I don't know, there are probably only 4 or 5 on the whole neckline. So anyhow, so I cut that up and used it as well. So you will see that there's lace, trims, appliques, charms, words stamped on the linen, buttons. Yeah, it was a lot of fun to do. It involved machine stitching and hand stitching. And, of course, hear the little jingle bells. Have to add some of those because, yeah, I love it. And this one, I guess, kind of runs more this way, but you know, you're going to cut them up and use them however. So, let's see, there you go. Loved this trim with the buttons dangling already because didn't have to do much to it. This is a scarf that I got at a garage sale and cut up. Love these old vintage tassels. This is from the dresser scarf that was mine as a child that I know my mom had long before that. So, oh my goodness, the buttons and the dangles there. And of course, the old jingle bells. And then this trim came off that same scarf that I got at the garage sale. So, lots of fun. They're 24 inches long, or 2 feet. So, the next thing then is to show you what we're doing with Roxy this week. Now, Rachel decided to use the envelopes in a different way this time. So, when you get the envelope, like so, lots of times you just use it as a flip or a pocket in your journal. But she was like, okay, well, let's open these up and then cut them apart so you have 2 pieces. And so this is what you're left with. The part with the window and then the other part. So you can do a little bit different things with these. So one of the things is that you could make a side tuck. So what I have done is, you know, I'm working on an Outlander journal. So this is one of the pages from, this is Belle's Uniques Outlander kit. And so what I thought I would do is to cut this part. Now I did make sure that I cut down this piece of the envelope so that it will work to make it a tuck in my book. And I've chosen this section to use over here. And then this one will have this scene on it. So we're not talking difficult to do at all. Really rather fast and speedy. So I think the first thing that I will do is to do some gluing and I am looking for my glue book, which is eluding me right now. So, I know I have some book pages over here. So, let me grab a couple of those to use. Oh, why are things so difficult? Gracious sakes. Okay, so, I don't know, should I just do that? I'd like to cover that up. So, I am using my Scotch Create permanent glue stick. I never realized that there were glue sticks that weren't permanent, but apparently there are, so beware when you buy. And these are a little pricier than some, but I feel so well worth it. Okay, so easy enough to do here. Just gonna flip this over and line it up along the edge like so. That's going to give it a little more pizzazz and thickness, so you won't have to worry about that tuck spot ripping. Yeah, it's going to roll. Whoops, like, there we go. Okay. So I'm going to trim this up. And let's see what our tuck spot looks like. Okay, so there it is. And I will put that, let's say this was the page, then I would put it over here on the outer side, glue it around 3 sides, and it's open there. Now, can I choose to decorate it some more later on? But, of course. So, there's one thing down already. And let's take a look here. So, we want it to go on here like so. So, I'm going to... And notice this one is a little curved, but I like that, and I'm leaving it like that. Now, I can, if I want to, cut a little notch out of this, but sometimes I like to leave it, and if I had printed out this full page and made it into a double page spread, I could just attach this on the edge, and it'd be almost like camo. You wouldn't really know that it was a tuck spot until you saw something in there, because it would just blend in with the rest of the page. So sometimes I like to do that. So for now I'm going to leave it, and I am going to glue this. And I hope everyone is having a good day. It is a beautiful sunny day here, but it is cool. Let's see here. Whoops, that just wants to keep. Let's see what the temp is here in my neck of the woods. Well, the high is 45, and right now, 41. So a little nippy. We are into jacket weather for sure. Okay. Just line that up. Oops, along the edge. And that's one thing I do like about the Bearly art glue is that it gives you a little bit of moving time, a little bit more than the art glitter glue. So therefore, I like that. Just doing this to help get some of the air bubbles out. And gonna trim along that edge. And if when I get ready to put this in the journal, if I decide it's a little bit too long, then, or too wide, or too whatever, not a problem, because I could just snip it off. Okay, and then of course I'm going to distress those as well. Okay, so there's that, and I have this piece left, and I'll hang on to it, because you never know. Okay, so we have these two. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to do some for Christmas. And I have both of these pieces. I thought I'd put a window high and then here a window low. Okay? Or vice versa. Doesn't matter. And I have the Artie Mays freebies for this month. Andrea Allen, Artie Mays, or Andrea. I've heard someone pronouncing it Andrea. So, I don't know which is right. I doubt she watches, but if anybody knows for sure, let me know. Is it Andrea or Andrea? Okay, or Andrea. Okie dokie. So, I really like these images. I think this one is a little smaller. And I thought perhaps that would fit here. And so I am thinking something like that. So, get a pencil here. Let's see. That's not going to make it centered, though. Is that more centered? Still. Although we don't necessarily want it centered. Okay, but let's go over just a little bit more. Okay, so. Like so. Like so. And I wanted to take care of this first because that's my focal on that page. So, okay, and now can I even see it? Yes, I can. So, I'm going to go down like so. I remember it was right at the edge of the special delivery. Over to here. Try not to waste any of this beautiful paper. I could have torn it. Okay, so let's see how we are doing. How did we do? I'd say perfect, right? But before I glue that down, I want to do these pieces. So, let's see here. Okay. I think that's kind of fun. And let's see if there. That there. And then, well, let's just do that. Ugh, I hate how everything rolls on this desk. Someday I'll get to 1,000 and I can have a little more mobility when it comes to my recording in different locations with different pieces of technology. Okay, so now here's the question. Do I want the full tassel? Well, let's do this. Let's cut it off at the tassel first. Then, let's see here. I can either get part of the dangle and part of the tassel, or I can get all of the tassel. Decisions. I kind of like both, so that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so I have that part taken care of. Then I just need strips here. And I think before I do that, I'm going to move that off to the side. And the strip here is going to be gonna be right about there, which if I had my tear ruler, well, I don't know where my tear ruler is. Well, let's try this for now. I'm lining it up along that window there. And okay, so then that's gonna go up there, down to here, right, tuck it up under just a bit. Okay, and tear it along there. Okay, now, oh yeah, that would go right in there. Perfecto. Oh, and that's right, I don't really need it that long because I have that trim. But that's okay. That's okay. I actually kind of felt like that was kind of blah up here. So we'll just tear that off then. Move that up. Now I need a piece over here. And you know, I have this. Do I kind of want to put that in there? Might be cute. Okay. So, let's see. Where gonna go 2. Okay, let's tear that. Goodness gracious, am I making things more complicated than they need to be? Sometimes it feels like it. Okay. Okay. And now we need that piece to go down here, which is here, like so, to maybe right there. Okay, get that out of the way. And this is here, trying to not complicate things. Okay, so by Jove, I think we've got it. Alrighty. Let's put the little strips on first. Okay. Here we go. Oh, should I? Yes, I should. Because the ones that are on the inside of that, where that window is, they are really hard to distress without making a mess once they're there, right? Okay, so it goes that way, do this. Here we go. And kind of down here like so. Okay, there we go. Then this. Okay, like so. Make sure it's going in the right direction. There we go. Okay, this one. Glue is sticking to things over here on the side. Okay. Oops. What did I forget? Don't really need to do the top and bottom, but I do need those sides done. Okay. Yes. I'm not sure why. That doesn't seem wide enough, but it's all good. We'll just move that over there. Okay. Now, there. Such a cute little kit. Andrea always does such neat kits. Lots of great ideas. Such a talented artist. Okay. Okay. And now we can do this. I know Rachel doesn't distress. A lot of people don't distress all that much. But I like the look of it so. And I forgot I'm going to be cutting that off some, so didn't really have to distress it all just yet, but that's okay. Won't kill me to do a little extra right now. Okay. So, a little sticky. Ugh, more than a little sticky. Okay. Alrighty. Get my scissors out and just trim that little extra off and hope it doesn't look funny with that part of the tassel gone. Okay. Yeah, there we go. So, there's that part. So now, get this cardinal on there. Cardinals are so special and so beautiful. Okay. Alrighty. And we want to line it up. Okay, where's my little roller? Whoops, that's the lid. Grabbed that lid and thought, oh, my roller broke. No. Goodness gracious me, oh my. Okay. So, there we have that, and it looks like I can't line things up to save my soul. So that's okay though, because I can just snip off these little bits. It really doesn't matter. There's nothing that says that the edge of my tuck has to be a certain width. It can be whatever I decide, whatever I choose. Okay, so what do I think? Oh, I kind of like that. So let's ink all the way around. Okay, and I'm not going to decorate this right now. My big thing is, let's just get it on there, huh? Which we have done. Okay, so that would be on the edge of a page, and it would flip like so. Now, I can leave it like that. There's really nothing wrong with that. But maybe I want it to look a little nicer than that. Or maybe I just want to calm it down some. So I printed off, here we go, this. So what I'm thinking is it would be great to put this on the back. Okay. And so to do that, I am going to, okay, no, I'm not. Yes, I am. Okay, so I want that. So that's going to be like so. Okay. So I want to cut that. I've got it snug to the edge. So hopefully, but you know, best laid plans and all of that happy stuff. Okay, so now I have to figure out where my windows go. Okay, so it starts there and goes to about here. Okay. And here's my ruler. And I'm doing this on the back side. So perfect, maybe, maybe not, you know. I'm not perfect. I want to make sure it comes into the window a little bit. Just following along that line, like so. Now I have to figure out, where does it end? And it ends right about there, right? So okay, then I have this one, and you know, we're gonna make this one end about the same spot, and then it goes up to right about there. Comes in here and here. Now, everybody figures these out their own way. This is just what I'm doing. And I'm not worried that I have a little flip or a fold there, because when I go through and glue it down, it should be just fine. Now, I could hang on to these and use this as a template, but so many of these, no two window sizes or locations are exactly alike. So, and it's easier to cut these out when you can cut into that center piece. Okay. So, here we go. Get rid of that. And even this, it may not be perfect, but that's okay. It is a junk journal after all. Perfection is not the key. Okay, might keep those just in case I need them for a patch job of some sort. here and start cutting up. There we go. So this is another way you can cover the window instead of like patchworking it like I did on the front. You can cover the whole thing at once by cutting out the windows. So let's see how we did. And I always cringe when it comes time to check these out, because you never know, right? So I think when I glue, I'm going to start down here at the bottom where the windows are. So, excuse me, my nose. So I can make sure that they are aligned properly. But first, I'm going to ink up especially around those windows. Because after the fact, with the glass seam there, or the see-through paper, whatever it's made out of, acetate or what have you, it's really hard to do. And while I'm at it, I'll go ahead and do this too. But I will end up going around and inking around the whole thing once it's on the paper because the envelope won't have been inked, right? Okay. So there. Alrighty, let's start gluing. Yes, something fell. You got it. The typical issue. Trying to avoid getting that on the clear. There we go. Now, just have to glue the rest down. But my sinuses are choosing to drain right now, of course. Why not? Okay. And I don't know where my little rolly thing went. It hit the ground running though. And it rolled out of sight. But that'll help. Okay. So there we have that. Now, looks a little uneven. So let's clean it up. Okay. Alrighty, I think that looks pretty good. What do you think? Now, the only weird thing is you can see that it looks like I didn't cut around the window well enough. So I left the piece bigger. Now, I think for now I'm going to leave that and not worry about it. I think I could probably do a little inking here to maybe help cover that up a tad. Or maybe I'm gonna put some trim there and that'll hide it. But something to keep in mind when I do it. It looks great that side, doesn't it? But then, so I need to keep that in mind next time, right? So there's that one. Kind of turned out neat, I think. Okay, next up is, where's this? There's this one, okay. And this is really an odd shape, isn't it? So, yeah. So, I think what I'll do is this. And, because this is going to be the back on this one now. I know once before I tried this and it seemed to work. I'm going to go around the edge of this with this and see if it makes enough of an impression on the paper for me to cut along that edge. And I feel like it worked when I did it before. So let's hope. Did it work? It did. If you can see, it's very light, but it's there. So, punch through here. I want to do over here first because it's the lightest there. So, the impression is there, but I don't know if you're seeing it on camera. So, that's what I'm following. The impression left. So hopefully you're getting a couple of different ways to be able to cut these out. Let's see here. Sorry about the heavy breathing, sinus issues. Like crazy today. Yesterday, my daughter and grandson were here. And, let's see, I had bought my grandson, it's like an archaeological dig. What it was a clay pumpkin that had little Halloween items in it, like a bat and a skull and that kind of stuff. And oh my goodness, we worked on that for several hours, getting everything unburied. And he banged and clanged, and I banged and clanged on it, and the dust, though, just from that baked clay, just drove my sinuses insane. And so I think this is carryover today from that. But oh, did we have a good time. Phew. Excuse me. Phew. Oh. Usually when I start sneezing, it's no less than 10. And if I knew how to cut and splice videos, I would just go off camera until I'm done. But since I don't, I won't, and I'm just going to apologize and say sorry for the sneezing, but there's not much I can do about it. It's so irritating. It's generally anywhere from 8 to 10. Excuse me. Sneezes, so it's one of those things. Allergies. Awful. Okay. Well, this isn't perfect, but it's close enough, I think. Okay, that isn't working. Too stuck already. Okay, yeah. But will I ever learn? Do it this way. Okay. Up. Oh, I think that's okay. Yeah, not really, but it's off. Well, I think we're going to call it good enough. Oh, Lordy. Just do along that edge a little bit. That'll hide away, right? Okay, let's trim her up. It's a little hard because it's still damp from the glue. If you don't have allergies, you are so lucky. The glue is just like sticking to everything on my hands. Okay. I'm not going to obsess or complain. Alright, so we have a scrap left from that part. Okay, so there's that. Let's use this to get this little piece that just wanted to curl under on me. There. Okay. And now, I have the other side to do. So, Let's see if there's anything on here that I think would look nice. Down, whoops, here. Pine cone part is kind of nice. Two. Oh. Oh, gracious. And, well, okay, there it is. I buried my ruler. It's looking all over for it. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Good enough. And, okay. Tear along here. Okay. And now, oh, that was not good. Okay. Try that again. Okay. And now, I think that I'm going to cut just to be safe. Yeah. Okay. So there's that on the bottom, like that. And quite long enough. And here. Just tuck that down in there. Okay, and then we need a strip here. Not long enough. Long enough. Okay, then we need something across the top. Oh, that would be cute. So that works. Right there. of course. Okay. Okay. Yeah, then that's gonna come off of there. Ah, gracious sakes. Okay. So then we need a piece that wide to come down there. Nope, I cut that so not wide enough. What else do I have left? Oh, no, that would be cute too to have come down there, huh? Okay, kind of like that. All right. That's gonna say everything. Christmas tree. It can come down a bit just so it gets tucked under nicely. Okay. Well, let's see where to begin. Let's start down here. Okay. Move this out of the way. Give myself some more room here. Okay. And I'm going to leave it open at the top a bit. And not totally glue it down yet because I have all these pieces here that require some distressing. And I feel like this just needs to have the curve cut out a little bit. Okay. Okay, there. That part can go. Now over here, let's dip this already. And I'm sorry, I've suddenly got a bit quiet. It's just the sinus issue is so annoying. and so frustrating. And the way it comes on so suddenly, you know, it's just like, really? Enough already. Okay. So, I know I'm going to have to cut that off. I just, for right now. I am just, Andrea is so clever with what she puts together in those collage sheets. So they're wonderful. Oh, and I forgot I have to cut that off. So okay. There we go. But while I'm at it, I'm going to trim up the whole edge then. There. Let's see what else needs to be trimmed up right here. And then down here. Okay. And now let's ink it all. And we shall see what we have. Okay. Okay, I've got a little bubble there. And so again, it's not perfect, but close enough, right? And I could go around here where the edges are a little bit more if I want. Try to clean up where the white is. Okay, so there's that, and there's that. So let's take a look of what we have accomplished. It's taken longer again than I thought. But hey, okay, so we have this one and the back. We have this one and the back. Okay. Then we have the side tuck. Move these out of the way. And we have the side tuck. So, we got 4 things accomplished. And I appreciate you sticking with me, even through the sinus invasion here. And I appreciate you, and I hope that you will find your joy, whatever that joy may be, and that you will follow that joy, and that you also make some art, create, have some fun, and until next time, please stay safe and stay healthy. Bye-bye.